Here we are, episode 186, Red Leaf Retrocast. Hickey, we're back again, and we got a fun topic to talk about before we review Lovely Complex,
Yeah.
which is my goofy rom-com pick for the episode today.
After my goofy rom-com pick, we have
we're in
another
the
rom-com.
romance mood. Well, is Carnival still going, or is it finally ended?
2000s. And it ended last week. Because you have the post-carnival, which is the same thing as the carnival. It's just...
Uh-oh. You're cutting out. Can't hear you anymore. Great start. So you have post-carnival, and then what?
Yeah. And then that's it.
Okay. So
you don't need more than 2 carnival.
Never need more than 2. All right, sir. You wanted to bring up AI anime creators?
Yes, there's a TV anime that will be going on television next month, which was made by Kaka Technology Studio, and they claim 95% of the animation was made using AI. The other 5% are like a key animator and the director that comes in and correct the animation that is not super janky and weird looking.
Oh, that's
but
wild.
if you watch the PV, I thought it was a shitty rotoscoped animation, right? Because it's low budget. But no, and Tori was like, the more times I watch it, the creepier it is, because there are some pieces they forgot to.
Did you happen to watch this
change.
during the same thing with Tori that you guys do every season?
No, we skipped it. We completely skipped it because I looked at the name. I was like, there's nothing about it. And it was like 2 days after we did the analysis of the shows that they're coming out, that I saw a news post like of the guys talking about this. Like 95% of the animation is made using AI, and it's just corrected by a human. I was like, there was no way. And then I went and I watched the. I had watched the PV before. I rewatched it. I was like, yeah, that's why it looks weird.
Twins
I thought it was
Hina?
Yeah, I thought it was just rotoscoped, right? Like there used to be some rotoscoped anime that would come out. I was like, yeah, that is an easy way to do cheap animation, is rotoscoping. But no, it's just AI, and there's some cuts where like the especially the shadows are discombobulated. I was like, oh yeah, this is AI generated, huh? But it's still like it's here, you know.
I'm pulling up the
It
PV now
came.
on my phone so I could watch this. I'm very fascinated by this now because I have come across a lot of AI stuff recently across my YouTube feed.
God,
I'm
doomed.
pretty sure I got triggered when I randomly saw like someone made an AI quote unquote film on Chrono Trigger. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, I'll click on this. I'll see what the characters look like. You very much quickly realize that the that the story is very streamlined and janky with the AI generation, but I was like, the characters look really cool, and whoa, this PV's wacky looking. I see what you mean by the rotoscoping.
Yeah, it looks rotoscope. Especially because Virgin Punk is coming out, right? Next season. And in the PV, there is rotoscoping where like she wakes up and she's like getting out of a cell, and it's like definitely traced from a live tracking, like a human tracking. It's like, okay, like it's not as janky as this, but it's like it feels rotoscope. It's like, it might be just a cheap rotoscope anime. Just flew under the radar. It's like, it's not something I'm interested at. The anime I'm interested at is down low closer to this thing, which is really, really annoying for me. Like, Musume, but that's beyond the point. We're gonna talk about it next time.
Both
Um,
aspiring to go viral by making TikTok dance videos. I don't know if this one's gonna be for me.
yeah, I mean, interesting. If you're interested in the technology and
Oh,
like
I'm
how AI
uber
might be
fascinated by how
used in
this is
anime,
gonna look. Yeah.
like this is the extreme version, but it's just a proof of concept. People with money made in studio to test AI animation. It will not be everything in the future will not be twins in Ahima, but a lot of the cuts in animation might be descendants of this anime
God,
in the
the
future.
faces are really throwing me off. Like the faces and
The faces,
eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like it doesn't seem human.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
doesn't it's not like it's not that it doesn't feel human, it just it doesn't have passion, right?
Yeah,
Because
you can
when a
see it
human
on the
does it,
screen.
you wonder like you see like the person did it, right? The emotions and all that. Like this one is just like really flat. It's weird. It's definitely weird. But in the future, the technology used in this anime will be most likely used in every single anime creation or production.
Okay. So what happened with me with AI is over the last week, I randomly clicked on a video that hopped up on my YouTube home screen, probably based on the me clicking on AI video games, just like telling
God
telling
damn.
stories. Look, I wanted to see what Final Fantasy VI looks like in AI. Okay, so what ended up
God
happening?
damn it, JD. You JD, you getting old, dude. You clicking on those. Oh my god. you dude,
Look, the
you're in
algorithm
your
knows what
you
I'm
are in
interested in
your
right now.
50s. I thought you were in your 30s. But no, you're in your 50s.
Ah,
You're
come
watching
on.
fucking what if Final Fantasy 6 characters were realistic, were real people kind of videos? Come on, JD. You're too young for that.
Ah, come on. It's fun. It piques my curiosity. And then,
You need to travel, dude. Bowling and golfing are not enough of
oh
hobbies for you.
god.
If you have enough free time to click on those videos, you gotta like
Well, the thing is, I
I don't
don't. I
know,
click
go
on
to
them
the
like
gym, dude.
right before
Get
bed.
ripped. Get absolutely ripped, dude. Can you imagine you like absolutely jacked? You should be aiming for that instead of looking at that shit.
Well, to be fair, I've lost 15 pounds since November, so give me some credit.
Oh no. You need to gain the 15 pounds of muscle now.
No, then it won't fit in these pants I fit in again. Yeah,
But
maybe
you're
it will.
gonna bet Jack, dude. You
What?
just need to skip leg day.
Skip
just do
like just only arms,
it.
arms and
Just
shoulders.
only arms and chest. Yeah.
Well, what's happened was I clicked on this random. I okay. I thought I was clicking on one of those YouTube videos where it's a whole anime in like a 3 hour block at once, and it has
Yeah.
this just whatever title to it. I've done that a few times already. What it turned out to be was an AI like voice telling you the manga story. So it keeps showing the panels and it's more or less telling you in story form of the manga. And it more or less repeats the dialogue back to you in a more story fronted way, which I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go to sleep to this. And Uh, what the fuck was the one I was can't say reading. It was being read at
No,
me.
please. You weren't even looking at the screen. You went to sleep, dude. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I mean,
repeat.
look,
Chingy, I understand you are a busy person
I'm
and you
very
have an
busy.
important job. You do guns,
I don't know if it's
but
that important.
it's very important. It's actually super important. Regardless, it's manga is a picture book, dude. It's aimed for children. Hey, look, you need to look at the pictures. What's the point of the manga if you're not looking at pictures? If it was like, oh, I found like the AI voice reading a light novel, sure,
Okay,
fine.
to be
But
fair, one of
it's a
them
fucking
was a
manga.
light novel. One of them was a night
Sure,
novel,
like
light novel, and all
light
of the
novel.
panels
It's
were
fine. It's
AI
just like
generated.
it's an audiobook. Like it's an audiobook. Okay, but it's a manga, dude. It's a picture book. If you got lazy enough to not look and just look at pictures, I'm like I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know what
In
you're doing with your life,
my
dude.
defense, it is before bed, and I pass out within 10 minutes. Okay, which is
But you
nice.
did it again. It wasn't one point. It wasn't just one time.
It wasn't just one time. It's been a
But
week straight of this.
JD, you're going down a really wrong path, my friend. I'm telling you.
There's one manga I'm like 30 chapters in now.
I am waving a stick towards you right now. You cannot see it. I am pointing my finger at the screen right now and just waving at you.
You're waving the
Really
old man
aggressive.
stick.
No, the finger. You know,
Okay, here's a
when you
question.
shake the
Do you
finger,
think like
I'm doing that.
8-year-olds are really into these things?
Probably.
Right? That's why they exist at this point. They like that's what I imagine. Because
JD,
they're all
what do
into
you mean through
these
that? You
Instagram
went to
reels.
college. You know how to read. You know how to look at pictures. You're
I
not
know how to read in
blind.
multiple languages, sir.
Why do you? God, it's like oh no, the Winner Pooh books. I'm gonna audiobook that. I don't have pictures. I was like, oh, Winnie the Pooh likes the honey. You're just like, oh wow, man. I wish I could see the pictures of it, but I won't.
I can just
I don't
imagine
need
it.
that.
It's fine.
I just need the audio description. I'm just getting myself used to when I'm very old and I cannot see anything anymore. Come on, man. It's not good.
The other
It's
one,
not
to
good
be
for your
fair,
brain.
is I got 10 minutes into one, and then the next day I actually opened up the manga and did read it to completion of where it is.
Okay.
So that did it did like get me to know it's like, oh, this manga exists, and I went to it. Of course, it's like isekai trash type stuff, but you get the idea. You get the idea.
I mean, it's just one more step on the progression of okay, isekai trash anime starts reading isekai trash manga and realize the isekai trash manga is better than the anime because you don't need to deal with the voice acting
That's true.
and the shitty animation. It's just still images. I'm like, okay, there's no voices and there's no shitty animation. It's just like nice pictures. I can do with that better than the anime.
Yeah. Okay, so what's better, the shitty anime or the AI generated manga paneling audiobook?
I think the shitty anime is better. Still, like it's an audiobook. Look, it's an audiobook of a picture book. It's forget the manga. Like forget the AI voice. Could be like a bunch of voice actors doing it. The problem is it's that manga is a picture book. Why are you going to listen to a picture book? What is wrong with you?
It is funny. I've been tempted to continue watching these videos like with the drive to and from work, where it's like
Dude,
an audiobook in the
it's a-
car.
yeah.
That's kind of fun. It could be. I think I'll do that.
No, I'm happy you're having fun. Everyone should have fun in their lives.
It's super different.
I'm still gonna judge you, but like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
happy you're
okay.
having fun.
Judge away. The
No, sorry,
AI generated
I'm not gonna.
thumbnails are very
I'm not
funny.
sorry. I'm sorry. I misspoke. English is not my first language. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm already judging you. I am gonna be very, 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 very disrespectful to you. But I'm happy you're having fun.
Yeah.
Like all the respect I had to you, that's gone. It wasn't a lot, but
I thought
now
I
it's
lost. I thought you
really.
lost your respect for me like years ago.
Oh no, but like here we have a saying that when you hit the end of a what was the name now? A what a once you're in you hit the bottom of a pit,
Okay.
you can always dig down. So like you're just digging down really hard. Like rock bottom is not the end. The person can still dig down.
I
So
can still break this
that's
bedrock.
yeah, you can always break the bedrock and keep going. So like it wasn't a lot, but like
But even these YouTube
I'm happy you're
YouTube
having fun
videos
though.
of the
I bet
AI
you're gonna
manga.
watch the AI show next season as well.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna come across one of these where the anime is gonna come out and be like, yes, I think I've sort of seen it already. But they have AI generated titles, and then the thumbnail is AI generated based on the title, and it's kind of funny. So one is I linked to you one in the Discord here where it's
Yeah, I'm not
betrayed
gonna
by his
open it,
childhood
but
friends, comma, boy then creates a duo party with a goddess. And bear in mind, whatever you click on
there's a
in these,
fucking
it is
like there's
nothing
a
like what you're gonna. You're basically going into it blind of what it actually is because that was the title of the YouTube video, and it
dude,
has a
that
it
fucking
had.
there's a yellow arrow with goddess of darkness pointing to dude. JD, please.
Yeah, she's got a
JD,
sword
think
up
of your
to, I
family,
guess, the main
JD.
character's neck, and it says "Revenge Time." It's like I regret kicking you out of the party.
Your mother is crying right now.
No,
She
no, no.
just
She's very happy because my brother just had a baby this morning, so she's great.
oh, okay. So she's crying for another.
She's crying for
It
another
balanced
reason.
out.
She's not crying for me, that's for sure.
It balanced out. It balanced out. Okay. But after the new baby boom is out, she's gonna cry because God is gonna touch her heart and she will realize you're a shitty person. But I'm happy you're having fun.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna call you a shitty person because of that thumbnail, especially that one is just at the end.
Oh, I got more. Let's see if
It's
I
not
can. Let's
even
see if I can
why
pull up
is not
more.
a
Hold on.
why is not a, like why is not a red arrow every time is a red arrow? Why is it yellow?
Why is it a
arrow?
yellow arrow?
If you're gonna make a YouTube thumbnail, it needs to be red. It's attention. Why yellow?
Let's see here. The thing is, a lot of them repeat. So
Of course it does. It's
it's AI.
shitty
It's AI.
isekai.
Yeah, it's shitty isekai, and it's
isekai. It's the same thing over and over.
so
again.
here's one totally different manga, but let's see. Can I get here's the link? Okay. But it's like the same generated showing here. So here's another one. It's like the same two characters.
It's the same thing. What the fuck? The best revenge manga.
Yeah, betrayed by childhood friends. Boy creates a duo party, and then this is kicked out of creating strongest guild, then creates a better
Wait.
one.
Now that I'm looking at this picture, that guy has boobs.
Oh, you're right.
That guy has like in the first one, it's more like okay, but this one he got like
Yeah, it's
some
just
D-cups.
yeah, it's mirrored. All it is mirrored. All it is the text has changed. Oh, that's funny. I didn't notice that at first.
Holy shit, that dude has like some D cups. God damn.
Let's see. What about this one?
And I'm gonna need another beer. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is fun. This is funny.
we're gonna need a pause for a beer
OP
change.
Nerd Boy solo survives hardest dungeon. Let's see if let's see what happens when I click it in here. That
The
looks more like a
boobs are
girl, but
bigger
yeah, the
now.
boobs are bigger now.
The goddess boobs are smaller.
So that's why the yellow arrow was saying Goddess of Darkness, because that had a goddess in the story. These don't.
Like every thumbnail, the boobs of the woman behind becomes smaller, and the guy in the front gets bigger boobs.
All right, let me see if there's. I gotta click on different ones. There has to be different ones.
JD, no, JD, you dig yourself down too much. Let's just change topics, please, for the love of
No,
God.
this is the greatest. Come on.
Holy shit, dude. Oh, but it's not a guy anymore. It's just a female version of the guy in the
Yeah,
thumbnail.
the fact that it's a female version of a dude and the AI created the dude with boobs.
So is it like this is a gender band story?
It's not.
Right?
It's not at all.
No, if you look, no, the thumbnail progression is a gender band.
Oh, it keeps getting worse.
Because,
yeah,
like,
it keeps evolving.
Yeah, because like he's a man, and like okay, he got an open like t-shirt, but it's fine. And then it's like him but with boobs, and then it's him but female. He became a woman as the time went on. It's a fucking gender band. Gender band manga. What the fuck?
All right, finally, okay. So it looks like the same two, like male and female characters, repeat, and then they change. Some of it changes because the stories vastly change, and then there's stuff like this. So after betrayed by his friends, boy buys slaves and marries them, and it just shows an elf girl with, of course, massive rack with a bunch of chains around her. So.
Yeah, that's fine. That's also very generic.
That's it's all AI.
I don't know about boy.
Generic.
I don't know about
thumbnails.
boy. Usually it's like a middle, like 30-year-old guy.
But the gender bending dude with a rack is didn't notice that before. That is hilarious. I love it.
What the fuck, dude? What is even this? Can we end this podcast episode? That's okay. We don't need to talk about lovely complex. It's fine. We have content.
We have a good. Let's see how good 23 minutes of AI hilarious content. Yeah, why not?
But anyway, twins Hinahima. You watch the PV. What are your opinion on like AI generated anime going on television?
I think technologically it's interesting to do. I'm wondering how the show is going to be received. I think that brings up the kind of robots taking our jobs conversation even more so again. But look, the anime industry is struggling for work, and it doesn't pay well for the ones that do. I think in the long term, it's going to do heavy damage. In the short term, I'm certainly interested to see what it produces, how it's produced, and if used right, it could help in a lot of aspects, making the job easier and more streamlined. Or we get shit like what I've been posting here, where manga is now AI generated. Could lead to some garbage, let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm on the same page. I don't mind. Not 95% AI, of course. But like in between animation, you know, if you want to be an animator, that sucks for you. Because most likely in between animation will be done with AI in the near future. So you're gonna have like animators and key animators most likely just working. And hopefully the
technology's got to
will
get better.
rise.
That's for sure.
Like, you know, the pay will rise because instead of paying like two animators for one cut, you're gonna pay one. But then this animator needs to know how to use AI as well, because
You'll have to
probably
develop
he'll be the
different
one.
skills. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope it doesn't like Kadokawa. There was a Kadokawa executive that went doom posting yesterday, I think. No,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, where it was like, we need to preserve Japanese animation. Like Japanese animation is dying, not because of Japan, well, because of Japan as well. But it's like most of Japanese animation is made in China and South Korea nowadays. So like, what is Japanese animation anymore? Like Japan, the Japanese companies are killing Japanese animation, and AI is also like a symptom of that. So I don't know. I'll always be on the side of don't posting when it comes to these things. So I hope it's used in a way to improve real Japanese animation, not a South Korean made animation that is Japanese style.
All right, let me play this drop and we can talk about Lovely Complex. I have a feeling it's going to be on the short side, Hickey. You feel the same way?
It depends.
Okay.
Depends how much you're gonna bitch about the show.
Okay. All right, here we go. Playing the drop. Long Bacano drop. Gotta love that sax.
I gotta,
Yeah.
okay. Something that didn't happen in the show.
Something that didn't happen in the show?
Yeah. Compared to Rack.
Oh. Yeah, no sex. No actual sex. Just two characters that are very stubborn and high school bitches.
Nah, don't say that about Risa. She tried really hard. She's not a
Well,
bitch.
okay, no, the boy is a bitch for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He oscillates. He oscillates. He goes from a, like,
It took too
ultimate
long.
short king to a bitch.
Yeah. Lovely Complex came out in the spring of 2007. Let's see, who made this? Oh, Toei Animation. Yes, it certainly was. Love is unusual for Risa Koizumi and Atsushi Otani, who are both striving to find their ideal partner in high school. Risa Koizumi is 172 centimeters tall. What was that, 5'7", 5'8"?
Uh,
Yeah, about that.
5'7.5".
Yeah. Well, my height, basically.
Yeah, essentially. She's
Yeah.
all right. She looks like 185.
Yeah, she looks like she's
but-
6'2". Compared to everybody else. They call her a giant. So I found that kind of funny. Much taller than the average girl.
Like,
And Otani is...
yeah, she's my height. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
right?
She looks like double. I look at Otani. I was like, that dude is my height.
Nope.
I was like, wait, no. He's like one less than 160. That is actually a midget.
Yeah, Otani is literally a tiny person. He's 156 centimeters. So
That's 5'4".
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know
all right,
inches.
hold on.
I know foots and inches.
Yeah.
I use metric. I'm guessing it because it's if 5'7" is 170,
He's 5'1".
160,
He's 5'1".
5'1". Jesus.
Yeah, when I see 150, I think like 4'11", but he's not far off. So, let's see. What does 4'11" come out in centimeters? Let's see. 154, I think? No.
No, 148.
54? 53? It's like 152 and a half, kind of. It's 4'11. Anyways, he's tiny. He's 5'1". She's like 5'7". Good 6 inches apart. So everyone in Japan is like directly in between their heights. That's kind of the joke
Pretty
for the
much.
show. To add to
But
their plights,
in reverse, right?
yeah, but in reverse to what is considered normal.
Male and female. Yeah.
Yeah, their crushes fall in love with each other, leaving Koizumi and Otani comically flustered and heartbroken. To make matters worse, they are even labeled as a comedy duo by their teacher and classmates due to their personalities and the stark difference in their heights. Their classmates even think of their arguments as comedy sketches. Lovely Complex follows these two as they encourage each other to find love and become very close friends. Apart from their ridiculous antics, they soon find out an unexpected similarity in their music and fashion tastes, particularly an umibozo type rapper, looking type rapper. What's his name? What is that rapper's name? They end up meeting him in an episode.
Amiibo's. Yeah. Amiibo's.
Oh, it is umibozo. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Amiibo's.
Yeah. Because I was thinking of City Hunter, and that's what he reminded me of, is a not jacked umibozo. No, he has a... Hold on. Let me look this up.
It is Amiibo's, dude.
Yeah, but the rap group is called something else, isn't it?
No. It's always Amiibo's. There's like one episode where they found him in Hokkaido, I think.
No, they were in...
And he's with his family.
No, they weren't in Hokkaido. They were somewhere. They were somewhere north, though.
No, it was Hokkaido. It was Hokkaido.
Okay, I believe you.
It was Hakodate, I think. Hakodate? No, Hakodate is not Hokkaido. Anyway, it was in Hokkaido. It was the trip, the school trip. Also, Aohanshin Kyojin is actually a comedy duo in Japan.
Yeah, and that's why they called him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the show is set in Osaka, so everyone has an Osaka Japanese accent, which makes the show better. I like regional anime. You don't see a lot of them because most of them are fantasy and why not. So they have the standard Japanese, which is the Tokyo accent. I don't know what is the equivalent in English, where like the news program English, right? Where it doesn't matter if you're west or east in the United States, the news anchor always have the same accent. Right?
Yeah.
That is like standard English, like standard American English. Here's the same thing. Doesn't matter if you're south or north. The camera, the anchor, the actors, they always have the same Portuguese. There's no accent. It's devoid of accent, so everyone can understand. That is the Tokyo accent. So when you have like a show in Osaka, and then you have Osaka accent, or a show in Kyoto, and you have Kyoto and accent, or Fukuoka, that is south of Japan. Maybe Aomori, that is North Japan, Hokkaido. It's nice to hear the accent. It makes the show pop out from the crowd.
So, Lovely Complex. The romance in this isn't your typical afraid to hold hands kind of thing. It's a little more mature and understanding of that, because Risa and Otani both have their own height complex, which makes sense because there's constant references to... they even say it to each other, basically, where he's so short, they don't actually see him as a man, and she's so tall, they see her as this giant freak show, and that affects their confidence in their personalities to even want to pursue love. And I'm like, okay, all right, I got that. What throws it off a bit is Otani apparently had a girlfriend for like 2 years prior to this. So it's not quite.
Dude,
Risa has like no.
Otani is actually for high school and middle school. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's like the star of
Yeah,
the
it's
basketball
just that
team. He
he
overcomes his
like
height to be
even in
excellent on
middle
the
school.
court.
Like the joke is that he didn't grow from middle school to high school, so he was technically quite tall in middle
He
school.
was normal in middle school.
Yeah, so like he's the star of the basketball team. He's good looking, even though he's short. He's still good looking. He's fit, and he has a bunch of fans as well, right? So like, he's a the thing is like he's short, but there's shorter woman in Japan, so it's fine. Doesn't have a problem with that. Even when the ex girlfriend appears, she's still shorter than him.
Yeah, she's like
He's
4'10".
cool. He's cool. He's balling. Like the problem is Koizumi Risa. She's really tall for a Japanese woman.
Yeah, she's legit like as tall or taller than most of the guys in the show that they come across. Uh, which makes her plight much tougher than Otani's when it was all said and done. Uh, what was fun was definitely kind of the middle beginning of the show, so like episodes 6 through 12 ish, where Risa accepts her feelings pretty quick that she does in fact like Otani, and
Hmm.
she tells him, and he just blows it off like, you're not serious, whatever. Thinks it's a joke. Um, the my larger issue with Otani is like you never know what he's thinking through the show, while you always know what Reese is thinking. She's battling through her feelings. She can't handle that. She's having a lot of trouble with Otani not accepting her feelings and turning her down initially. But he does say some mature things like, "Hey, I need to think about it. We've clearly been friends for so long, and we get along." He doesn't want to just blow her off and not consider her feelings. So he's like, "No, I need some time. It's not going to work." Like I thought that was well done. I think they went too much into the whole over the top comedy duo about it in between, but it did make it for a more fun show in those moments. And Reese is constantly like, okay, we're going here. Otani says something so considerate and nice. She's like, God damn it, why do I still like this guy?
He's a dick. SO2. I love that motherfucker.
Yeah. Like all it takes is one
Yeah,
instance,
yeah.
and it's like he really knows how to hit her at the right moments, and he doesn't realize it. He's just being himself, and that's why she likes him so much. Like, okay, cool. It's
Like,
the
it does get a little bit annoying from time to time. And like Koizumi, she's kind of the underdog, so you kind of feel more for her than Otani. Although, like, I'm a man, so like, yeah, like I understand what Otani is doing. I would do the same. Like, I cannot judge Otani. It's like, man, like there's this woman. I go like we bounce off really well, and I know she likes me. I'm gonna but I don't know. I'm not really certain of my feelings. It's a good feeling that you know you're loved, and you still have like a really nice relationship, and it's like I want to enjoy that kind of situation a little bit. The problem is like Otani kind of misses his opportunity to like, okay, this is enough. I need to get on with my life, and causes a little bit of problems with the girl. Uh, and you're still rooting for her because like she's like, man, Otani is being a dick. It's like, no, he's just being a guy that knows a woman isn't loves him, and like that, it's a really good feeling. Where like you know she's gonna wait for a little bit, especially like the moment he panics is when she's like the first time she says like I'm giving up on you. And it's like, ah man, I kind of like was too invested in the moment, right? Kind of do. Uh, but yeah, I think like I agree with you that the best part of the show is like 6 to 18.
Oh, so okay,
Uh,
so you went a little further where
yeah,
we're
because
finally
my
figuring
biggest
out that
problem,
Otani wants to make a move, but he's lost his chance.
yeah, my biggest problem with the show is that is the story is neutered. The balls of the story got cut off really hard from the beginning because it's a drama. It's a drama. It's a shoujo show, but it's a drama. It's not a rom com at all. Even though I think it's called a rom com. It's romance and comedy, but the comedy comes from them being from Osaka and being funny people, right? Being they're not extra introverts, by the way. They are extroverts for once. So they are extroverts. They are nice. They are funny. They crack jokes. That's most of the comedy, but it's not like there's no rom com. There's no romance comedy in this show like that much. When it comes to the romance, it's actually very dramatic, right? It's Koizumi crying all the time and telling Otani how much she feels, and like that dreadfulness of Otani doesn't not knowing what to do, not knowing, and then like having fun with his feelings and kind of playing with her a little bit, and then realizing he kind of fucked up, he went too hard, and then going back trying to reciprocate, but it's not intentionally reciprocating, it's on reflex, and then understanding that that reflex is just, oh, I actually really like her and I cannot live without her, kind of deal. It's very dramatic. It's not on the genre, but I believe it's way more a romance drama than a romance comedy. But the problem is it always tries to put rivals in the middle of the story, but it never goes anywhere
Yeah, I
because
was
like
at
they were
multiple
made for each
points.
other. So
Yeah,
the story
I
is
got you.
sterile. It won't go anywhere. Even if except like Seiko is the only difference, which is Seiichiro, the cross dressing guy, who is as aside the best friend of Koizumi. I think it's Chiharu. What's the name? Nobuko, that dates the guy from the the basketball team.
Yeah.
That like she carries the story. Nobuko carries the fucking story on her back. It's not the main character. She's always going on Koizumi's throat and being really angry at Otani. Like, stop doing this bullshit thing. You motherfuckers need to go out. You pieces of shit. And always angry. She really carries this story really well.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for
But
her, nothing would ever be pushed forward, essentially.
yeah, but Seiko kisses Otani, and it's very funny when you realize she tries to get her away with Otani in the infirmary, and people and then discover it's a guy.
Yeah, I mean
It's super.
that was a
It's
funny
very funny.
setup because you think it's this cute girl for the longest time, and then you have on the in the background one of Otani's basketball friends going, "Oh, wait a minute, I gotta tell him something important."
Mm.
It's like that's actually a dude, and like Otani's on cloud nine, going, "Look at this cute girl's just all over me, really wants me." Reese's get jealous, hell yeah. He kisses him, finds out it's a
Because
dude,
they
and he's
have
just
like they have a
dejected.
bet.
He's like, "Oh
Like
man."
they have a bet of who can get a significant other wins. But the thing is, after that, like there's like the girls, talking to him, like, oh, you're a guy, you should like be going to get Otani and whatnot. And then Riz is like, don't do that. Like everyone has a chance to be happy. Everyone should pursue the happiness. It doesn't matter like the differences between the person or who they like. And then Seiko is used as an allegory to Koizumi. So Koizumi understands she likes Otani.
Yeah,
Because one of the problems she
takes her
has
own
is
advice.
the height difference. And she's like, oh shit, I actually like this guy. The counterpart would be Haruka, right? The guy who went to the United States and come back. But he doesn't. He just becomes like this prick dude who doesn't do anything. And then he doesn't have an impact on Otani. Because Risa shoots him down as well. It doesn't have like a tension of, well, I have feelings for Otani, but there's like this guy I know from my childhood that is really nice. And then Otani becomes kind of jealous and starts trying hard and then understands that he likes Risa. That doesn't happen. That will only happen when the sensei shows up on
Yeah,
fucking episode 18,
yeah,
19.
hot teacher time.
Yeah. Which is mighty sensei. So that should have happened in the beginning because you have a character to do that, which is Haruka, but it doesn't. And then the story kind of drags on, being a one-sided love, but not so much. And then they introduce new characters, but those new characters are ineffective in changing the status quo of the story.
I certainly agree with that
And
because when does a romance become the most interesting? Conflict, and it really missed out. It really missed the mark on setting up actual conflict, introducing people like Haruka, and relying on a teacher of all people, and Risa's running a fan club of it, and it's like, come on.
And the
really,
teacher is like,
really
oh,
missed it when
I understand the situation. He's like, oh, I understand the situation. I'm gonna help you. You
yeah,
know,
like
it's really the Deus Ex Machina kind of deal. We're like, okay, I understand the situation. I know the whole story, even though I just arrived. I'm gonna help you. You want to do that, and it's like I have magic, and I'm gonna do my magic to help you. It's kind of like, I okay, like I don't care. Like the teacher, a very pressing character is fine. In a shoujo especially, it's the hot teacher. It's a shoujo. Come on,
yeah,
it's for if it's for pre-teens, teenagers. They are
yeah.
in school. You have the hot teacher. There's always a hot teacher.
The other mark missed
But
was Otani's
yes,
ex-girlfriend coming and not really doing anything like in between of it. So I'm like, okay, maybe this will just set up that Otani has a past, and it did that enough to an extent. But the follow up
like
was
uh,
nothing, and it doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't lead to really Risa pursuing anything. There was no one truly creating the conflict between Otani and Riso to challenge their emotions and feelings. So let's say, because I'm watching right now in the season, the anime is not very good. It's Madaka is impervious to my charms. Where
yeah,
the show got at least a little interesting was the basketball chick likes Madaka, and that's now triggering that girl from actually liking him, and they're beating around a bush. And like, I'm not saying that show's better than Lovely Complex by any means. I think Lovely Complex is still much better, but that's where the romance part of the show is better than what we saw in Lovely Complex. There was no
yeah,
actual challenge to these characters getting their feelings across other than them occasionally talking to each other and being like, hey, I like you. Okay. Or Otani on her birthday sneaking a kiss. It's like, bro, it's too late. We've been here. We've been through this for like 19 episodes. Come on, man. There's not much time left.
yeah. But also like the ex girlfriend, it pisses me off because he kind of rejects her because they went to the
oh,
Christmas
she
party,
blew him off for the fucking tall
right?
guy. It's like, get out of here.
Yeah, but like they go to the Christmas party and the former colleagues of Odan is trying to hook them up again. So he she's like, okay, I got something to do. Sorry, I don't like you anymore. And then he goes and talks to Risa. It's like, oh yeah, they tried to put us together, but like I shut it down. And it's like it's a clear sign that hey, Koizumi is number one.
Right.
Like it's number and she's like, I am the number one. And she understands that. I am the number one. But then it just drags on.
Yeah,
And
I
it
thought
doesn't get
look,
resolved.
I really
It's like
thought, I really
I
really
understand
thought.
like I understand it's a shoujo and like I understand that usually shoujos really drag on those kind of situations, but she's the number one. It's just Otani, like it's the peak bitchiness of Otani, where he understands everything and he just don't want to. It's not even about the height. It's not even about being like I prefer her as a friend anymore because he flirts with her after the episode. It's just flirting. He's just a little bitch. Like there's no other explanation. Even by the end, when they're already dating, and you have like the model friend, which is like his neighbor, that appears and like again
Mhm.
they're
Oh,
already
too late.
dating,
Too
and
late.
then a love interest appears, and it's it's like okay, what's the point of this? And then you realize the point of the neighbor is not being a love interest; it's just to awaken in Koizumi the passion to be a model. It's like okay, like the career choice. And
Yeah,
then you have like the little guy, the other little guy that starts on the part time, that steals the keys when Koizumi is sleeping,
yeah.
and Koizumi and like Otani sees it, and Koizumi goes and like talks to him. It's like, no, I understand. And then you have like a little bit of tension, but then like they reunite, and it's like it's super cute, and it's not like it doesn't have any conflict, doesn't serve anything.
No.
It serves for it serves for Koizumi to cry more and Otani to be more confused. That we already seen it for like 22 episodes at
Yeah,
that point.
it just gets so repetitive, and it doesn't like it's just not impactful when they think it, like, clearly it's written to make you think it's going to be impactful, but you can only be fooled so many times into thinking it's going to actually lead to anything. Like, I tried to say this earlier, but the way the show started and progressed through the first, I don't know, 8 episodes, I truly thought they were going to get together and be together by the end of the first half, because it's 24 episodes. So I thought by episode 12, the latest, they're dating. And then we're going to have some conflict in the second half where they get into some fights, maybe more interesting
Break
people like
up,
break up, something.
maybe try to date other. Yeah, I
Maybe
that's what
maybe
I'm.
go out with other people and it doesn't work out, or let's write
And then you
something
get like
to
the
make it
marriage
interesting.
proposal. They do like I cannot live without you kind of deal. Like I need you in my life. Very, very, very marriage proposal for high schools. But you do that in high school.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Remembering some stuff. Uh yeah, no, but like I also thought like when she says like I like you, I like you. I thought we are gonna have like one episode of confused Otani because I would be confused as hell
Right.
in his position. I like like that woman that is always breaking in with me, and we are like this comedy duo. Suddenly tells me she likes me. Like it has nothing to do with the height. I would be super confused. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. We don't adapt to each other. Break up. Have some conflict. Best girl Nobuko keeps pushing us together, and then
Yeah,
try
I
to
would have
date some
vastly
people.
preferred
You have
Otani.
Mighty Sensei coming in. I get like Otani gets jealous of Mighty.
Well,
Haruka
well,
kind of
that
looks
implies that the
off.
teacher actually would go out with her, and they're out together
No,
once. But
he does the same thing. Like
yeah,
the Mighty Sensei arc, I think is one of the best arcs because he's like, okay, like I need to. like those high schoolers are being bitches. I'm gonna help them. I was like, it's high school. I see they like each other. They just need someone to push them together. So I'm gonna do a little bit of magic and put them together. After like they come to terms that they like each other after breaking up and whatnot, and like going back and doing it, I think that will be fine. Even the support characters, they have like those little arcs at the end that are always also very sterile. Oh, she's going to Hokkaido. I don't want her to go. And then they cry, and then like, okay, she's going to Hokkaido anyway. I'm staying here. And and then you have the dude who loses the entrance exam to the university to be with his girlfriend, and then she's like, "I just want to be with you." Grabs the desk and throws at him, and it's like, "Okay, I'm gonna keep studying, and next year I'm gonna be with you." It's like, what's the point of the crying and the conflict then? Like, why so dramatic in those points? And it's kind of a mirror of the main story. So if the main story had a little bit more of spice, I think it would be a little bit better. But it's a shoujo. It's a romance. It's a romantic shoujo. I don't think it's a romance comedy. I think it's a drama. How many times Koizumi cried because of Otani? I think it was like 10 times in 24 episodes.
Had to be more than that. I mean, shit.
Uh,
There's a beach episode where she cries like 4 times, just right there, 4 separate
bro,
occasions.
that was painful to watch. That episode was very painful. But Otani, Oblivious Otani, is more annoying than Bitch Otani.
Yeah, when
Because like at some point, like it's only when she steals a kiss, he's like, he's short, he's on the basket team, he's the captain. It's like, dude, like he keeps asking the friends like who she likes, and the friends like, she likes you. What do you mean? It's like, no, 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 no. That cannot be true.
yeah, it
Like,
can't
you
possibly
guys are
be.
trolling me. It's like, dude, there's no way. Like, that one is annoying. That one is artificial. Because after that, Otani is very sensitive. Even though he's a bitch. He goes from short king to bitch. He's a little bitch when it comes to it. And like again, he keeps playing with her feelings. That's what it is. Even though he doesn't want to, it is what it is. He's more sensitive once he realizes she she likes him than when he was oblivious. But if you're sensitive enough to understand what you can and what you cannot do, and you know she likes you, you should be able to realize she's telling the truth and she likes you.
Yeah, it shouldn't
It's
go on with people directly telling you for an entire episode and a half. Like that's way too long.
Yeah. Risa is good though. Risa is a good character. She
Reese is
still
good.
kisses. She's there. She realizes. She defends people. She realizes her feelings. She doesn't care about the. She cares about the height a little bit at the beginning. She steals a kiss. She's a female stealing a kiss.
Hell yeah.
And the guy she likes. That's really rare in Japanese animation. Uh, she's also like very prototype of the strong female characters we see in anime nowadays, because the guys are very herbivore, as they call it in Japan. They cannot advance. They don't do advance. You need a woman to advance on the guys, make the romantic advances. And Risa is that. In 2000s, there wasn't much of that. She wasn't desirable woman in the 2000s Japan. It was the cute, small. They talk about a little bit about that in the show. It's the cute, small, passive girl.
Right.
Nowadays, Japanese men prefer more assertive women. I wonder why. Uh, but I don't mind. I also like women with strong personality. That's a pro. That's why I cannot find a girlfriend. But that's beyond the point. Uh, so yeah, I think Risa, and again the other strong woman in the show that is her best friend, really carries it. the other characters, they're nice. I think it has uh, a nice set of characters. If you're gonna watch it, go easy on Otani. He's just a just a teenager boy. We all been there. We I don't know. I don't think we all been like a shitty Chu woman as Otani has been during the show, but like there's at least like one time you missed an opportunity to get a girlfriend in high school for being a little bit of a bitch. I know I did, so I'm not gonna judge him that much.
All right, score. What are we feeling?
Honestly, I give this show a 7
Uh,
because
I'm right there with you.
it's when I was watching it, I was like, this show is not for me. Like, it's a good show. It's just not for me. The dialogue is good. It's in Osaka, so it's different from Tokyo if you're watching like most of shows. You mentioned Medaka, right?
Yeah.
Medaka is in Tokyo, but Medaka is from Osaka. So her inner dialogue is in Osaka accent, which makes the show interesting, right? It makes the
Well,
character more
isn't
interesting.
the chick also from Osaka or from somewhere else and she hides her accent?
From Medaka, I'm in preface to Medaka's thing, like the show from this season.
Yeah, yeah.
She is from Osaka.
Yeah, she is.
She moved to Tokyo. The school is in Tokyo, but she's from Osaka, so she hides her accent. She
Yeah, yeah.
uses
Yeah, yeah.
Tokyo accent. It's
And he's from the countryside
some
cuz yeah, yeah.
Japanese.
So
Yeah,
they
it's
they
from
they
the
talk differently.
countryside.
Yeah.
He's from the temple. So like her inner monologue is in Osaka accent, which is great. But like this show is set in Osaka, so it's a little bit different. Some if you watch more shows, most of the shows will be in Tokyo, and then you have a school trip to Osaka, Kyoto. This is different. You have a show in Osaka, and the school trip is to Hokkaido, which is another place that no one goes except like one show that goes there, which is Silver Spoon, from the same creator of Full Metal Alchemist. It's a manga and show about farming.
Yeah.
Uh, so Osaka, the characters are interesting. They're extroverts. They're not introverts. Like they're not like, oh, I'm the edgy boy on school that
Yeah,
would just.
it's certainly a
I
different dynamic, which
I
is
hear I
refreshing to
hear I
see.
hear the popular girl talking next to me, but like I'm edgy and I'm an introvert. I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah,
It's a
or
different
it's
vibe.
yeah,
They have
or it's
a
not,
lot of
or it's like
friends.
the guy or girl isn't the smartest in the class kind of dynamic.
Yeah,
You don't have that.
they're both dumb. They're both dumb. They always go to parties. They're always up to partying. They have a bunch of friends. Otani is in basketball club, which is like elite kind of club in Japanese high school. So it's a good story. It's a good setting, but watching is like it's not for me. I prefer confused Otani, Oblivion Otani, and then Beach Otani. Kind of, it's like the preconceived notion of a shoujo manga from a boy that is not a bishonen boy that is attacking the main character all the time. It kind of made me a little bit annoying, and then the story being very sterile. Nothing that sprouts out of conflict of or interesting developments end up growing into something. You have the shoot coming out of the ground and then it's completely stepped on and dies. That kind of also gets a little bit annoying. That's why I gave it a 7 because I still believe it has good music, it has good style. It's 2000s Japan and it's 2000 shoujo, so everyone always using different clothes. They are always very stylish. Reminds me a lot of Bleach because Bleach is also very stylish when it comes down to the clothing of the characters. But uh, Koizumi is always using different hairstyles as well. So it's an interesting show. It's one of the best 2000 shoujos in my opinion. So I'm giving it a 7. But the score it has on my anime list of 8. Even if it was like close to 9, I would understand. I think it's a good show. It's just that it's not for me.
I'm ultimately at a 7 as well. I'm a little more leaning down because I think there was a lot of like actual conflict, making an interesting story missing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a total fan of the like character animations. I think it was a little. It felt a little old for 2007.
Yes. It felt dated. I don't think
Yeah,
it felt old for 2007. Like the problem is 2000 it's that thing, right? In 2007, it's been what 5 years since the first Kara no Kyokai.
yeah,
So like not 5 years, but like 3 years since the
yeah. I
first
know what
Kara
you
no
mean.
Kyokai, Garden of Sinners. In 2 years, Bakemonogatari will come out. So like you have Shaft doing really good anime. But it's 2007 Toei animation.
And it's Toei Animation just in general.
Yeah, but like like the me 2000 Toei animation. Dragon Ball is dragging on. Digimon is not selling as well anymore. So Toei is kind of struggling at 2007. They have old animators, old directors. That those guys are used to doing long running series of 100 and something episodes. So you need to really be mindful of your budget.
Yeah,
Because of that, I can see it's dated, but it's not like it doesn't feel old to 2007 because the colors are still vibrant. It's still very digital looking, even though it's very pale, right? It's very pale but vibrant at the same time. It's a weird color scheme they used, but I can see what you're talking about. That is being dated. It definitely feels cheap.
okay, that does it for this episode. The next one is Welcome
Oh
to the
God!
NHK. Oh my god.
Welcome to NHK. Another romance anime.
Well, a little different.
But this one is actual drama romance.
It's very dramatic, that's for sure.
And then after that, we also have another drama.
All about the romance
Uh,
right now.
God
Romance and
damn.
drama. All right, Hickey, that does it for this episode. I'll see you next time, bud.
All right. Peace, peace.